Hello, greetings. This is Gilles Mansion. I wanted to come and say hello. Wish you a happy Sunday. And to pull a few cards for we are getting very close to this Lunar New Year, as well as the Chinese New Year, the year of the pig. So it will be a year of abundance. This moon, this coming 28 days will be a time to set up straight all kind of new energies in relationship to large projects, to groups of people, to financial abundance. All those things will be all the planets are going direct. So let us use this time. Let us be ready to receive this abundance. Allow the universe to align all those energies for you, for ourselves. And know that this is really what is coming up this year. It is the new year, and so the new year is actually officially starting for January. It's just a rehearsal for this the year. The new year actually begins right now in a few days with this new moon. I'm gonna pull a few cards with this deck. It's the deck of the Aleister Crowley. I lost it for a while and I just found it. It's the deck that I learned to the tarot. It was in 1991. I was living for 4 months in Key West, in a very strange place, in a temple of magic. I was meeting my mother. She was living there for a while, and so I learned this. And then we had to leave in a very strange way as well, and we ended up in Miami, in Coconut Grove. And for like a number of months, I was living out of making a card reading for 10 minutes, $10. I was making like 5, 6, 7, 10 a day. So it was enough to live normally. And so this Aleister Crowley is not the most kind person. He was a bizarre kind of persona, but this deck and his book, the Mirror of the Soul, is quite clear and pure, and so that's why I thought to use it. For the situation for us is the moon. We still have to pass through the test. We are testing ourselves. We are getting ready. It's like we have to go through this elimination of all the dark shadows. Understanding that this we have to clear up this fourth dimension. This fourth dimension is the realm of illusion, and for that, in order to reach the light, the fifth dimension, the higher light. But when we do that, it's like we also are exposed to the collective consciousness and all the fears and doubts of humanity. So in many sense, many of those things are not belongs to us. However, if we are ignited with some fear and doubts or any kind of shadow, it's because they exist within us. So we have to, as we allow ourselves to identify those energy, not to let ourselves be distracted, we clear it up, we bring the light into the situation. We can call on the archangels or to assist us if necessary, or our guides or the creator. As we do that, we are assisting the whole of humanity. For we are assisting them in clearing up a lot of those things that needs to be cleared. As light workers, we have assumed more responsibility. So it is a time to face our fear and to refine our project, and so that we can be clear in relationship to what is truly wanted. What is around the situation is that is the House of Cards. The House of Cards is like a lot of things are being. There is the tower. It is the tower. God is destroying the old in order so the new can be recreated, and for that we do not want to be indolent. It is important to react, to react, to come out of this shell. It's not a time to let go of strife. For there is a lot of things that we need to deal with, but to allow ourselves to know that everything will happen in divine timing, and then we'll find victory. Once we do that, all of that situation is what goes around this situation. It is just a passage, a temporary passage, but this victory is like a stepping stone. What does victory mean? Is the Queen of Cups. The Queen of Cups is like she's watching a reflection in the pond. The emotion is the reflection, but she's not the reflection. Emotion and we have physicality, which is what we call matter, and then we have antimatter, which is the mind and emotion. They have positive and negative antimatter, which is thoughts that are motivated by love is positive emotion. Thoughts that are motivated by fear are negative antimatter, and so. But a mental, emotional, we are meant to become master of ourselves. We are meant to as we transmute we go through the world of illusion. We are able to elevate ourselves below the lower emotion, to establish ourselves in the upper plane of the fourth dimension, where the dreams are already purified, and we need to clear up at least 49% 51% of all the negative. For a long time, mankind had to, in order to find the light and the freedom and the liberation, the salvation, or whatever, nirvana, or whatever you want to call it, the liberation of the spirit, of the soul, we would have to clear up 100% of our karma. For just a few people managed to do that. But in this time of collective ascension, there was an ascended master named Saint Germain who went before the karmic board, of the master of the Lord of the cycle. It's like God fragmented himself to administer this plane. And he went to petition that humanity could start this ascension, or their ascension, if they clear up 51% of their karma. So it is important that your thoughts and emotion becomes in the majority positive, to have more positive thoughts, more positive emotion. Whenever you have a negative thoughts, do not let it run in cycle, do not fuel it, do not let it go. And tune into something positive, so that slowly but surely you realize that you have more positive thought, more positive emotion, and you can receive the God light particle, the codes of light that will allow us to move into this higher frequency of light. For there is so until this is done, so we are assisting everyone with that, and so we don't need to be perfect in order to start this ascension, but we need to purify a little bit ourselves. So in this victory, what is it we want to achieve? We want to achieve this gracious, ideal, and magnificent relationship. We want to find our soulmate. We want to find our soul twin. We want to be in this blissful relationship where we can share this love. It is a knight on a white horse with wings who's offering this beautiful cup. It is with the Cancer, and there is the great and what further us on the way to achieving this victory is the hermit. It's about being true to ourselves. Here there is the sober, and the hermit is being trapped by this. He wants to be free of the entrapment, so he's seeking the light, and he's holding the light. He's able to bring light into his life and also bring light into other people's life. But he's got two eyes into the future, only one eye into the past, until he will discover the present and find the freedom there. What we see before us in our conscious mind is pleasure. It's pleasure, is joy. So let us focus on joy. Let us be receptive to joy. There is all kinds of miracles, all kinds of connection, meeting, encountering, and so it is all about beauty and joy. This month will be about reconnecting to this is the heart, the space of the heart, where joy is dominant, and where life we move into a state of gratitude for all that life is bringing us. In our subconscious, we have this abundance where we already have and connected. We already have the abundance. It's part of our past. It's already always been there. It's about intimacy. It's about sharing. And now we are moved into the Princess of Cups. The Princess of Cups is a card of grace. It's about being free from jealousy, from possession, the ability to love unconditionally, to accept all of life in a graceful way. What comes in the near future for us is salvation. It is the universe, a dance of salvation. It is the world. It is all those things, materially and spiritually. All the doors of paradise will open internally, and we'll be able to anchor this amazing reality into the life of the planet. And so there is all kind. Let us not be distracted by the news and media, whatever is being presented there. For we are the power. We are the light worker. We are the God self incarnated here, and so we'll be able to transform this world with the assistance of our higher self and our God self. All things will fall into place, and magical transformation will happen. And in the meantime, we want to free ourselves. So what we have in this situation, the strength we have is the Aeon, it's called here. It's the card of judgment. It's the goddess Nuit. It's like in order the darkness, the night has to come in order to reveal the star. So it is a complement. The yin and the yang have to be complemented. Our great message is the message of Socrates. The more you know that you do not know, the closer you are from the truth. For there is always a higher truth that will reveal itself, that will completely extinguish any knowledge or beliefs that we thought we have. So we want to invoke this higher truth and allow our reality to be shifted and changed each and every day, to be upgraded. So remain flexible in your mind and consciousness, and allow this divine understanding that the more we know, the more we know that we do not know, the closer we are from the truth. We move into a void. We move into the surrounder, from which point we become contemplative. What comes to us outside of us, in the outside world, is the Princess of Swords. Princess of Swords, she's like fighting, she's like trying to get out of the war that imprisons us. But when we fight a war, we have to move out of the when we break a war, if we break the wall but we stay in place, the roof may fall on our head. So when we break the wall, we move forward, we make a leap of faith and trust that. And so what we see in our inner emotion, your hopes and faith, is the Prince of Disc. Prince of Disc is really moving really slowly but really surely. There is nothing that will stop us, prevent us. He's got this great bull. And he holds the globe of consciousness, and he's got all this consciousness globe behind him. And so, but he's naked and vulnerable, but he's moving very slowly but very surely. And the outcome is the best outcome you can ever have in a tarot reading. It is the sun, it is the beauty, the glory. Of course, the glory belongs to God, but it's all the rewards of manifestation, of joy, happiness, abundance, prosperity, security, fulfillment, opportunity, creativity. Everything is there. So it's a great and magical month. It's very rare to have the sun as the outcome, but in a tarot reading, it cannot be any better when to have this sun as the. So no matter what, do not let yourself be distracted by for the situation is the moon, and so do not let yourself be distracted by all the. We do have to cross this fourth dimensional reality, which is a world of illusion. Everything we experience as in the third dimension, in the physical plane, and in the world of dream, are part of the illusion. But we want to move into an illusion, a dream state that is pleasant, and then we will eventually find the truth of the eternal light of truth, where all things will become whole. For as human, we are full of contradiction. Yesterday I was talking about letting go of the past, and I started complaining about my own conditioning and past. But it's part of the process to have let go. And God also tells us that we don't need to wait for things to be manifested in order to start the celebration of the thing. As long as the signs are here, it's enough. We should move into it and be already that which we want to experience. So in many sense, I should already order my Ferrari and look for my house, because it's like, rather than like be worried and what should I pack and everything will be handled in due time. So everything. And I will be very happy. I feel that very soon I'm going to be able to return to my business. For my first business I was an art dealer, a gallery dealer. I had opened a major gallery when I was 19, 20 years old in Santa Monica, California, and I had the support of major artists. And so I didn't have my paintings then, but now I have my own work on top of it. So it will be even more fun. But I also want to work on the secondary markets, buying and selling modern art, or even all the paintings. I really love art. Art is my life. I'm just really passionate about this, and so I also need to find an agent because I do believe that my own work is just as important as some of the most expensive artists of today, the contemporary artists, if not more, because of the symbolism and the energy and the mystery that it will reveal in the future. So I do want to have an agent that will be able to work with me in order to create that slow growth, but sure growth, and in elevating my exposure into the world. So it is because in a sense we do need 200 or 300 years to realize how important an artist was in relationship to history. But now time is accelerated, and so I do believe that a certain number of collectors will become a museum collector, galleries who will be interested in this more mystery, Renaissance art, sacred art, something that is more soul and spirit oriented rather than decoration, pure decoration or bling bling or death sculpture. For it's not, I'm not criticizing, but there's a lot of collectors that have invested heavily into certain artists, and now they have to continue to buy them more and more expensive just to keep up the code of the artist. Otherwise, it will just drop down forever, because there wasn't that much soul and spirit within what they were expressing, and so it's because it's only the soul and the spirit that is within the art that will keep it interested throughout the different time. Otherwise, it's just a fashion, aspect. So in a sense, I wanted to say we're going through this fourth dimensional illusion dream state in order to reach the fifth dimension. Fifth dimension is a connective field of eternal reality, and they are already. The galactics and the galactic planes are fifth and sixth dimension for the most part, but there is already species of beings that living in a physical plane on the Earth that are alien in relationship to humanoid that we are, but they're already in fifth, sixth dimension, and those are the dolphins and whales. We send them love and blessings. We realize that those beings are are already living within the love, the joy, within the wisdom of the soul, and they are connected telepathically. They have amazing power. They are holding a frequency for mankind, and so they choose this form to live in the ocean, so they could, outside of the complexity of the human mind. But they just have the dignity of their being is just is equal to that of a human being. It is just, but they're on a frequency, emotional frequency. They're on a higher planes. The emotional integration of a dolphin is so far higher than the emotional integration of any human. They always enjoy, always happy, and then their sexual nature is expanded. They're fully free. They have this freedom of joy. And so I often connect to them when I travel interdimensionally. They usually come and surround me with their energy, because they like to travel as well, to go to other planets and so on. The dolphin originally, the home planet is, they are galactic beings, but their home planet is a aquatic planet that orbits Sirius B. And the whale, as far as I know, come from a planet that orbits Canopus, is the star of the world, Canopus, the star. And for they are very different. For the whales, I hope they will stop mistreating them very soon. We shouldn't use them for food. It's like it's like cannibals, you know. It's like we don't want to eat those beings that are so intelligent, so incredible, and we want to preserve them, keep them in the ocean so they can continue to shine their light. And whales are, in a sense, they are collective beings, collective soul of the 8th dimension. In the 8th dimension, this collective soul that are learning to live together within a single body. That's what they're so huge. And so they're magnificent being, and we love them very much. So yes, in order to receive these light particles, we need to clear up the as much as possible of the negative traits of our personalities, because we have many thousands of different personality traits that our soul is connected to, and so there is negative and positive, and so we need to master the negative trait in order to become master of ourselves, so that we can receive more of that radiant light frequency of this radiant light of God. And but we cannot receive as much as a star or a galaxy. So whatever we receive, it's good to communicate it, to share it, to send it out into the world. It is important to be generous materially, but it's also important to be generous spiritually, and to share this light, to find the still point of infinity. For if God is eternal, it's because He's still and never change. Of course, there is this expansion that happens through the breathing, through the lungs. The lung is the feminine aspect, and the heartbeat is the masculine aspect. So we want to breathe in and breathe out this light and love, and to be more and more conscious of our breath, so that we can relax more, to integrate our ego personality, so that it can surround itself and become the soul. It will be reintegrated, to let go of the ego and let God, which is the soul. The soul is connected to the eternal, is our eternal self. It is our God. It is connected to our God self. And find this eternal place of peace inside of us. It is this ocean of love, to be free from 3D pressure. So yes, so as we do this work, we are greatly assisting the human collective and the planet. So work on this positive antimatter, to work your mind and emotion, to always purify it, cleanse it, so that you can project positive thought and envision always positive vision before you. Sometimes life will test us, so do not be afraid of the test. Let go of the test whenever something is less. Well, okay, if that's God want for me, so be it. And God will come back and say, no, that was just a test. I'll show you the truth now. But sometimes God will play with everything, and the Spirit will use everything to teach us. So do not take things too seriously. Just allow yourself to go through the process of cleansing and clearing, and do not identify with negative thoughts and energies. They're just passing through. Well, I hope this message was interesting for you. I'm going to finish with just a little song. It's just to finish in music. It goes like this. Fly me to the moon and let me play among the stars. Let me see what spring is like on Jupiter and Mars. In other words, hold my hand. In other words, baby, kiss me. Fill my heart with song and let me sing forevermore. You are all I long for, all I worship and adore. In other words, please be true. In other words, I love you. Well, thank you very much for sticking till the end. I wish you a wonderful Sunday, a wonderful week, a wonderful month coming, and it's very important, this new moon that is coming up, and so it is good to be prepared to let go of all those things negative, and to really be prepared to, we don't even have to think about it, it's just when they come, we have to release them, but to really focus on all those marvelous things, this marvelous project that are before us, and the realization, the fulfillment of our life, the financial abundance, the security, the love, the potential great relationship, or the great deepening of connection that we already have. So I hope you enjoyed these times, and I wish you a wonderful day. Thank you. Namaste.